All right, peace and prosperity. What's up, y'all? What's going on? Welcome to Earth's Feminine. If you are watching from my other channel, welcome. My name is Asaya Mystic, or AKA Asaya the Creatrix. Today, we're going to be talking about how the man that you choose to be with has to be willing to give you everything. The man that you choose to, oh my gosh. Okay, so this a little just a little disclaimer. There's a lot of activity going on over here. My daughter's up, I'm watching someone's puppy, and my cat has been trying to attack the puppy for I don't know how long. So she just threw off her cone on her head just now. So I'm gonna just pop that back on. Come here, girl. Come here. Don't take that off again, okay? I know you don't like this, but you gotta wear it. Okay, so before we get into it, I'm just gonna wait a little bit and see if any, or see how many people are able to join me. For this video. But yeah, okay, so I got a text message. Okay, so that is what we're going to get into today. So make sure that you are choosing to be with a man who decides to give you everything. Everything. I finally figured out how to also share videos in my streams. So I have some videos. Well, actually I have one video I have lined up to share with you all to basically like be the basis of what I want to talk about today. But yeah, be with a man that is willing to give you everything. Be with a man that is willing to give you everything. If you're wanting to know, like, oh, how do I know that this is the man I should be with? How do I choose wisely, quote unquote wisely? I'm going to be talking about basically what predicates the wise choice, okay, of the man that you choose to be with in your life. The biggest, and also like the biggest sign that he's also the man that you should marry, okay? So this is going to save a lot of women from making very, very crucial mistakes in the man that they choose to spend the rest of their life with, the man that they choose to really just spend any amount of time with. If you don't know these things, then you're going to choose someone who is going to want to take from you more than they want to give to you. And that's why I had to title this video, Be with a Man That Is Willing to Give You Everything, because men are supposed to want to give you everything. When you are the one, they want to give you everything. They want to do whatever they can for you. And there'll never be scenarios or situations where he's afraid to take a risk with you, like getting married, right? Marriage is a risk for men. Courting a woman and investing their resources into you, investing their time into you is a risk. Okay. And in the olden days, men used to have to spend years, like a decade, proving themselves and their manhood and their masculinity in order to even be considered to be married to specific women. Or though I would say, when I say specific women, I'm not saying, oh, one woman is better than the other, or one woman is more this, or one woman is more that. I'm saying that the specific woman is just the woman that he wants, the woman that he desires to be with. Nowadays, things are different. Men feel like things are like a I mean, there's a lot of entitlement in masculinity nowadays. People like to say that it's women who are the entitled ones, but we're really, all women are asking for is what is required, like what is just the requirements in order for masculine energy to have access to us, to be in our presence. So there is no such thing as an entitled woman. I really, really get annoyed when I hear people say that, when I hear coaches say that, oh, babe, don't be entitled. Don't be entitled. You don't expect all of the girl, if you don't go sit down somewhere, seriously, there is no such thing as a woman being entitled. Women are supposed to receive. That is how it works. And I don't think if you have an attitude, just because you might have a different type of attitude about how you receive, right? The real thing is people don't want women to have an attitude about receiving. People don't want women to have, some sass. Okay. They don't want women to be sassy and powerful. They don't want women to act like a diva and act like, a quote unquote like a brat. They don't want women to be powerful. That is an aspect of a woman's power. All of that sass, all of that attitude, all of that oomph, okay? That's your power. That is your confidence shining through. This is what I'm supposed to experience in life. And when women cower into the shrinked position of meekness and, oh, I don't, uh, you know what I'm saying? Like, society likes that more from women because it's less pressure really on masculine energy to be men. So you have women coaches, you have men who make these stupid videos, like these young men, I don't know, it could be young men, old men who make these ridiculous, stupid videos. Okay, they could be staged videos, I don't know, but I'm going to share one of the videos in this live stream today. So before I get into that, Deeply Loved, okay? Deeply Loved is my 3-day immersion that I am hosting the first week of June. This is going to be a 3-day immersion that is going to activate the woman who is ready to step into being deeply loved, okay? If you are tired of experiencing abuse, neglect, and these different patterns of feeling like you have to give your power away to men, these different patterns of feeling like you need to work and prove yourself to men in order to be loved, we're going to be breaking those patterns. We're going to be completely transmuting that into you aligning with the truth of who you are. So, we're going to be unpacking your unique relationship with dark feminine energy. We're going to be unpacking your unique relationship with light feminine energy. And we're going to be recoding and rewiring the patterns that are unique to you, that you're consistently repeating in your relationships, in your love life, that's causing you to continue to have the undesired experience in love, okay? Into you finally creating and attracting the relationship dynamics with men that make you feel like a woman, like the woman that you are. So if you're interested in being a part of that 3-day immersion, we start at the first week of June. You can click the first link down below in the description, the PayPal link for Deeply Loved. The enrollment price is $297. If you want to get access now at this price, then enroll now, because this is the pre-enrollment price. The price will be going up after the first week of June. So that is available to you. And okay, now that I've shared that, let's get into this video that I'm about to share. And I'm going to talk about
first class flight. Okay.
Hey, what's up?
Hey.
Hey, how you doing?
Good.
Good,
to see
good.
You look good. Y'all, he's a lot shorter than what I remember on FaceTime, but it's okay. Got me out the city.
Okay, so apparently she met, so this is why I said I don't know if these videos are staged or if they're real. Nonetheless, we're gonna talk about it, but apparently she got flown out. Okay, this lady got flown out by this guy she was talking to online for some time. I don't know how long exactly that they were talking for, but she got flown out by this guy online, and now she's meeting him for the first time, and that's why she's like, oh, he's a little bit shorter than what I thought he was going to be. But yeah, so he's picking up her up right now. So
Oh,
Thank you.
glad you made it safe.
Thank you so much.
okay, another thing that I just want to say, as a woman, when you are meeting men online and they are wanting to get to know you, the standard should be that he comes and flies to you. That should be the standard, like in and of itself. Now, there has been one time where I flew out to meet someone that was talking. We were talking and we met on Instagram. This was years ago. And he wanted to fly me out to where he was. Now, I flew out to him to where he was because I wanted to, because I wanted to. I didn't want to be in New Orleans where he was wanting to take me. I had never been before. And like, I was just kind of excited. So it doesn't have to be like set in stone. If you feel really comfortable with him, he's already like done the work to create that sense of trust and comfort with you. And, he's flying you out. Okay, that's beautiful. So but the standard should be, that he proves himself to you in some way, shape, or form, or fashion before he starts asking you to go out of your way to do anything. So that's just a little disclaimer. Okay.
Whew. How are you?
I'm good.
I am super excited.
Exactly. I'm glad you made it safe. Everything is good.
Yes.
Awesome. So, ready to go to the stop by that, go to the house and get you settled in and stuff.
I'm ready. I am super excited. So, I was thinking that, maybe we can stop by South Park.
Stop by South Park for what?
I seen some.
Okay, so like just his face when she was saying like, I was thinking maybe we could stop by South Park. Like, look at his face. I look like, just look how he is looking at her when she suggests to do something that is outside of whatever they may have planned. Like, yeah, I'm just gonna continue.
Red bottoms that I liked. So
Some red bottoms.
yeah. So I'm thinking we could probably stop by the mall first and
No, that's not. Stop by the mall, fool. Like, you ready to go? You want to go shopping?
yeah.
That's not like what the plan was for you coming down. Like, you flying down here to see me.
What do you mean that's not the plans? I mean, you said this was all inclusive, flights.
Yeah, like to bring you down to meet, not for. Whoa. No. That's not what this was.
Okay, so clearly he has an issue with bringing her. So clearly he has an issue with taking her to the mall to get some red bottoms, and that wasn't in their plans. Okay, where I would say that she definitely went wrong is and again, this isn't like, this guy is just trash. Like, his energy is like entitled. How are you flying a woman out to meet you? Like, and his attitude, how you see he's responding is, oh, this is about me getting to know you, right? Like, she's auditioning for him. You never want to be in a position to where you're feeling like you're auditioning for him to see if he wants to continue talking to you, to see if he actually likes you. Like, if you get flown out somewhere, and see, that was the difference between, I guess, her and my situation when I got flown out, because it didn't matter where I asked to go. Like, the trip was about me. The trip wasn't about him doing what he wanted to do with me, but the trip was literally about me having a good time. And that is why I went, because he was like, listen, you come, it's going to be all about you. We're going to have a good time. You know, of course, he gets to meet me, he gets to know me when he flies me out. But this guy is making the trip about him. So if you're going to go fly out to meet a man, the trip is about you. The trip isn't about, like, for the first time, oh, the trip is about me, buddy. The trip isn't about us getting to know each other. You are paying for my pleasure. I just want you to know that. No, I'm not narcissistic. No, I'm not, because they like to do that. They like to flip it and be like, oh, so you're just one big narcissist. No, I'm a woman, you idiot. I'm a woman. And women require pleasure. You are literally here to show me how well you can please me. If you didn't know, okay? That's what yonis are made for. They're made for pleasure. They're made for orgasmic experiences. Something that women have been conditioned and trained to think that is not for them, but is for a man and only for a man. So, yeah, this guy is an idiot, first and foremost. And beforehand, she should have, like, I mean, I would have been able to spot this from a mile away, but beforehand, she definitely should have made sure that the trip was going to be about her and her having a good time, not about them building a connection. Nigga, I don't know you. Yeah, we talked. We could have been talking for 2 weeks, 2 months, 3 months, 5 months. If I never met you in person, I don't know you. So whatever you think this is gonna be when I come, it's not. Like, you're literally coming to show me the kind of man that you are in person. So I can decide if I want to keep getting to know you or not. Okay, I have a Brianna. Hey, Brianna. If this is the Brianna that I think that this is, hey girl, how are you? I'm so glad to see you here in the live. Um, Brianna says, it's like you should be grateful. What are you about to ask for? LOL. That was my first thought. Yes, that is exactly his vibe. Is like, what? Like,
About
not
this for
coming here
you to
for
come
you.
down
I
here
mean,
to meet
I'm
me.
not going
We've
to the
been
mall
talking
for
for a
you.
while online, so I said I'd fly you out, you know what I'm saying, to come down, but it wasn't supposed to be no swipes and all that type stuff. Like, what are you talking about?
I'm so
Swipes.
confused.
I'm confused too.
And also, I forgot to tell you, by the way, that my homegirl is coming into town, so I thought she could also hang out with us for a little bit.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and cause this ain't making any sense. I'm gonna go ahead and drop you back off. So I'm gonna
What
go
are you
ahead and-
doing?
I'm about to let you back out because you talking about you already starting to trip off wrong swipes and meeting your homegirl.
Let me out for what? Are you serious? Is he serious right now? Are you serious?
Yeah, you can get out. Let me help you unbuckle this real quick.
I am not getting. How am I?
Come on, because these people at the airport, they be like on it. Come on.
Okay. So, like I said, it kind of felt like it was staged at the end, just kind of like, you kind of tell when people are acting. But um that is a type of man that you definitely never ever want to ever be in a relationship with. And you will never know if you're in a relationship with a man like that if you never open your mouth and ask for anything. If you never open your mouth and suggest, hey, I want to do this, hey, I want to do that. There's nothing wrong with you, a guy that you just met and is supposed to be showing you a good time. There's nothing wrong with you asking if your homegirl can come along. There's nothing wrong with you asking for him to take you to the mall to swipe, swipe, swipe. Okay, if he don't want to swipe, 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 he should have never asked you to come out. Because when I was on my trip, when I got invited out, oh yeah, it was swipes going on. It was swipes going on. It was swipes. There were swiping happening. Okay, as a man, as a gentleman should be willing to do for you. I don't care if it's the beginning of the relationship. I don't care if he just met you. I don't care, nothing like that. Okay? And if you never have the audacity to expect these things, you will never know if you're with a man like this. You will never know. You will never know. Okay? A man should have a level of sincerity and devotion towards you. He should have a level of sincerity and devotion towards you. Um Even when a man is like getting to know you in the beginning, then this is why I say when he's the one, when he's that guy from the very beginning, because he's going to be willing to invest in you out, like it has nothing to do with him. See, a lot of women are like, oh, he's a provider, oh, he's investing into me. No, he's not. Everything that he's ever invested into the relationship has been into the relationship. It's never been into you. Meaning when him paying for dates is not him investing into you. That's him paying for dates. That's him paying literally to date you. Okay? A man paying for like things that you do together, even if a man gives you money, right? Because like I've said this time and time again, as a single mother, um if you want to take me on a date, you're also going to be paying for the sitter. If you don't want to pay for the sitter, if you have an attitude with me about paying for the sitter, if you're like, oh, that's your responsibility, I shouldn't have to pay, stop. Like, we're not doing this. Goodbye. You're not the one. I'm not going to let you talk me down into being small. I'm not going to let you sit there and tell me, oh, you should be a better woman. Like, I'm not going to let you shame me. A lot of women get shamed out of having an attitude and the audacity to have what they know they deserve. You're not going to do that with me. So even when a man is paying for the sitter, which some men won't even do that because they are so like deranged, right? They're literally entitled to the bone that they want to date a mother. They know that she has children or a child, and they want her to inconvenience herself to go out of her way to spend time with you. You're silly. I'm not lonely. Like, I just want you to know that I'm not lonely. I be alone most of the time. And sometimes I might have a little, like, mood. I might be in my little moods where I'm just listening to love songs all day long, some R&B songs all day long in my mood. But I'm not that lonely. I'm gonna let you know right now that I'm gonna sit up here and pay to go spend time with a grown man. If I'm paying for a babysitter, I'm out on the town. I am out having fun. I'm out at a festival. I'm out at a party. I'm out making myself available for the man that is going to pay. Making myself available for the man that is going to give me everything that it is that I say that I want in my life or desire out of a man in my life. So even if a man is paying for a babysitter, that's not him investing into you. That's him investing into the relationship because he's paying for time with you. A man that invests into you is a man who does things for you that have nothing to do with him, that have absolutely nothing to do with him. Okay, examples of this is, him paying for things like, I mean, if you want your nails done, if you want your hair done, if you want to look good before a date and he sends you money for that, that's him investing into you and your beauty. But partially, it's him investing into himself too, because he knows you're going to look good when you go out with him. But things that don't have anything to do with you, like your bills, okay? Your bills, things that are going on in your life, your children, right? If he's investing and pouring into your children, if he's investing and pouring into things that have nothing to do with him, then he is showing qualities of sincerity. That's the key thing that I want to mention is sincerity. Sincerity is the main quality of a husband that you want to be looking out for. If this man is willing to do for you when he has nothing involved, okay? Because I was recently talking to a guy who it's almost like men don't really realize that, like, you're not doing anything for me. Like, you wanting to take me out on dates, you wanting me to show a good time. Hey, I'm grateful for that. I love going out and having a good time and doing things, but I just want to let you know, like, you're not adding anything to my life by doing that, like taking me out and showing me a good time. Like, you're adding to your life by doing that more than my life is getting added to. Because when I go home at the end of the day, I have things that I have to do. I have, work that I have to do that I love doing. I mean, I'm not slaving myself or nothing like that. But for a lot of the times, like, women, we want to get out of this mindset of worry and survival. You can do that on your own, right? Without the necessity of a man. And the man that comes in adds to that security that you feel already. But when you are bringing a man into your life, it's so that you can feel secure. It's so that you can feel safe. Okay. Let me check these comments real quick. Brianna says, also agreed. He should be showing what he can do, prove that he could woo and give what's wanted in the first place. That does make sense. Yes, it does make sense. Jack Devani. Okay, I have a guy in the chat. Yesterday I like realized that, so I love when I can clearly see that the men in my video in my chat are men, because sometimes if y'all don't have no name or face, I be thinking that y'all are a woman. So Jack Devani says, I'm willing to give a woman everything, but women don't seem to want me. So maybe I just ain't what women want. Okay, so that's a belief. So that's a belief, Jack. You're gonna have to rewire that belief um a bit, because every woman on the planet doesn't have to want you. And it's the same thing when I talk to women. Every woman on the planet, like every man on the planet doesn't have to want you. You just need one. Like you just need one good one. You know what I'm saying? One solid one. It's great to have an abundance of options and an abundance of people and everything like that, but you only need one. You only need that one. So yeah, definitely rewire that belief, Jack, because if you're willing to give a woman everything, there is a woman out there who is a reciprocal to that. um Jack says, I'm 34. I'm not expecting all to want me, but I'd like to have some options. I'm talking about I don't got any. Okay, so 9 times out of 10, you do. And I say this to women too who come on the channel. Like, there's literally no such thing as not having any. Like, a lot of the times, the people who are your options are right in your, like, if they're right there, but you're closed off to it because of the way that you're thinking, that it's causing you to not be able to see it or to see those people. But for men in particular, it's much better for a man to focus his energy in one place than it is for a woman to focus her energy in one place. So like I said, you really just need to focus in one place, one person, um and devote yourself, okay? So um sincerity. Sincerity is the main and top quality of husbandry and deciding on the man that you want to marry, because this is a quality that proves that he loves you outside of his ego, outside of what you can do for him. And like I was mentioning earlier with the guy that I was talking to, it's like, you kind of gotta shake it into men that you have to give to me in ways that don't have anything to do with you. Like, you taking me out on dates is not means, I mean, it means something. I'm not gonna say it means nothing, but in regards to how, like, me being able to surrender to you as a woman, I need to see aspects and qualities of sincerity in a man. Okay, that could be as simply like you showing up to the date with a bouquet of flowers. You didn't have to do that, but you wanted to make me smile. You wanted to make me feel special, you know? Showing up to the date with a gift of some kind. It could be like a specific sentimental type of gift, or it could be like a lavish gift, but showing up with something that didn't have, like, you didn't have to do that. You didn't have to do that. Um there was another guy that I was dating. um we we were with each other having a conversation in the living room, and it was late, so my daughter was sleeping at the time, and my daughter ended up like throwing up in the middle of the night. Well, it wasn't that late. It was a little past midnight. And my daughter ended up throwing up. She was feeling really sick. And he, like, the guy that I was with was like shook, and he was like, what do you need me to do? Like, I will take you to the hospital. Like, do you need me to take y'all to the hospital? I'll stay with you guys. Like basically, because we were actually into like focused into a conversation pretty deeply, and then immediately, like, his focus was just completely onto making sure that we were good, making sure that we were good. Didn't I tell you? What did I can already see, but I told you. Remember what I told you? Okay. All right, hold on, y'all. My puppy took off her cone on her head. I gotta put it back on her head. Yes, she's our puppy while she's over here. Come here, Peach. Put your head through, girl. You not trying to do these cones. Okay. So sincerity. You want to make sure the man that you're dealing with is sincere, that he is willing to give to you without you doing anything in return. And this is not something that you have to work for. This is not something that you have to effort into. Okay, this is something that typically, when you understand your two aspects of feminine energy, specifically your light feminine energy that we're going to be getting into in Deeply Loved, okay, the 3-day immersion. If you didn't catch it earlier, I'm hosting a 3-day live immersion starting the first week of June. We're going to be getting into light feminine energy. And when you're tapped into your light feminine energy, you know how to inspire a man's love for you. You know how to inspire a man feeling connected to you and only you. When he's with you, he just feels a connection that he doesn't feel when he's with other women, when he's with anyone else really. So being able to connect to your light feminine energy allows him to be able to love you in a way that he's never experienced before. And it inspires his devotion to you. It inspires him to want to do things for you and give to you. Okay. I've and you can go to earthfeminine.com. I have this testimonial on show. She took it off again. Good Lord. She must not want that thing on. I'm trying to block her. You can go to earthfeminine.com and see in my in one of my little testimonials I have for myself as how, like, me tapped into my light feminine energy. Like, I randomly, like, this guy randomly decided to put me on his life insurance policy. Like, when I say randomly, I mean it was like unexpected. We are not in a relationship. We are not like romantically involved or anything like that. But because I was always, whenever I was with him, I was always tapped into my light feminine energy. And it was something that I just kind of instinctively knew how to do. And over time, I realized what I was doing. And that's why I'm going to be teaching y'all that in the 3-day immersion. He just randomly decided to put me on his life insurance policy, right? Irrevocably, like, on the life insurance policy. And I'm like, I wasn't expecting that, like, at all. I wasn't expecting that at all. But that's the power of you being connected to that part of your feminine energy. So you want the man that you choose to be with long term to show that he is sincerely devoted to you. And this qualifies whether or not your relationship with him will last. Okay? Because if he's not sincere with you, if he's not sincerely interested in being with you, that will show, and he'll be selfish in the relationship. When I say selfish, he's not going to understand that the natural give and take in the relationship. He's going to think that it's supposed to be an equal give and take, quote unquote, equal give and take, meaning like, what's she eating?
She's just eating peanut butter.
Oh, okay.
Eating her peanut butter.
Meaning, he's gonna think that it's gonna be like a tit for tat type of thing. Like, oh, I'm doing all of this stuff, and what are you doing? I'm doing all of those are the type of men when you have a baby and you get pregnant and you are unable to do whatever you used to be doing in the relationship. Okay, because before you have children, like before a woman has a child and like fully devotes herself to motherhood, because you could have a child and then not devote yourself to motherhood, and so you don't understand. But even just the postpartum experience, like you're not the same. You're not going to do the same things that you were probably doing when you were before you ever had kids or before your body had to go through this transformation. Okay, you probably before had the energy to do all these different things in the relationship, be a part of helping him with whatever it is he wanted to do, have all the meals cooked. Like there's so much energy that a woman has pre or before we have kids. So this is why you want to look for a man who is like this before you commit to a man, because when you end up in one of the most vulnerable positions in your life, which is having children, and even if you're not deciding to have children, you're going to go through menopause, you already go through hormonal fluctuations every single month that are unpredictable, and whatever's coming up inside of you is going to be what comes up inside of you. Like there is no controlling the feminine and dictating, oh no, this is what you're supposed to be giving to me and you're not equally yoked. Like, no, it was never meant to be this way in relationships. Women, what they give to the relationship is energetic, and it's always been energetic, and it's not something you can quantify or qualify. So men who don't understand this are going to expect you to give and also do things in the same way that a man should be doing things in a relationship. And what they're looking for is a teammate. What they're looking for is a business partner. What they're looking for is a homeboy, right? A homie, right? To like a woman who dipples and dabbles into the other realm, right? Or the realms of masculinity, but still looks like a woman. You don't want a man who thinks like that. You want a man who understands that everything that he does for you is for you. And that's it. It's not because you're his, you belong to him, you're his possession, you're his wife, you're like, oh, I'm doing this for you because you belong to me. Like, he should be showing you his levels of sincerity before he can ever claim you. If that man has to claim you just to do something for you sincerely, that doesn't have anything to do with him, he has ego issues. That's narcissism, an aspect of narcissism. Might not be a full-blown narcissist, but what y'all gotta understand is we're coming out of an age and a time where narcissism is the norm. Being narcissistic has been the norm. And that's why it's like this epidemic of narcissism, because we live in our society is narcissistic. Colonialization is narcissistic. The people who run the planet are narcissists. So anyway, I'm not gonna go on a tangent, but I sincerely hope that you all understand what I am saying, what this means for how you carry yourself, and how you vet men that you are choosing to commit to long term. Because a lot of men, they just want to jump into your life and they want you to accept them as your man when they have not shown you any levels of sincerity that will qualify them to be that man in your life. Like, a man doesn't just get to be your man just because he wants to be your man. Okay, and invests into a relationship with you. No, he has to be your man because he literally is there for you. He is your rock, he is your foundation, he is your stability, and he is where you grow from, you become more beautiful, and you become, you know, taller, bigger, better. Okay. So that's the way it works. Okay. Y'all let me know what y'all think. If anybody has any questions or comments, now's a great time to ask them. I'm not going to put the link in today for people to join because um I mean, maybe I could for just a couple minutes. That's if anybody wants to come on and say anything. But yeah, y'all just let me know. I'll be on for like 5 more minutes
Put back on your cone.
if nobody wants to join.
No, Peach, put back on your cone.
Boom, pause race and boom, bump a joke like boom, bust it down and spin it around and.
You have to overcome if you want to get Reese's peanut butter. It will help you grow. Mama, what helps dogs grow? Mama, I'm feeding Princess Peach a little. I'm feeding Princess Peach more peanut butter because she's gonna grow bigger the more she eats it. Mama,
Yeah.
Princess Peach is licking the peanut butter off her cone because she licked it on her cone and now.
Are you feeding it to her off of a spoon?
I'm doing it off the spoon.
Okay, good.
So she doesn't get a little messy.
So she doesn't get a little messy.
Mama, Princess Peach loves
Ooh.
Mama, Princess Peach loves the peanut butter.
Okay, y'all, I'm just vibing right now. I'm getting ready to go out. I'm not gonna tell y'all exactly where I'm going because, you know, I don't know. I might have some stalkers, but anyway. Okay, go ahead. It's not your life. Go ahead, sweetie. Go ahead. Out of the camera.
I win in the camera.
So yeah, okay. I guess nobody has any questions or comments. I'll wait 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah. Another thing that I kind of remember or I want to mention is, well, I already mentioned it, but when men are choosing to marry you and or devote themselves to you, they're the main ones who should be taking the risk. That's the way that it's just supposed to be. And in ancient indigenous American, I don't even want to say ancient, but in indigenous American culture, it was normal for whenever a man got divorced, Okay, it was looked at as a shame on his end. It was looked at as like he was the failure, basically, because the marriage failed. So if the marriage failed, that meant that there was something that man needed to get together and learn from and grow from. And this was why the woman was always left with everything. This is why the woman is always left with everything, because it's the man's responsibility for or to create a successful relationship. I did a video about this before, about how men are responsible for women in relationships. So whatever is going on in a relationship, if it fails, if it doesn't go right, anything like that, then it is because the man, it has not sufficiently reached a certain level of spiritual maturity. So, and that's how it is, right? That's just the way it is. So men want to be seen as, you know, the big macho bosses, and they want to be respected like kings and all of that stuff. Okay, well then this is what comes with that. With great power comes great responsibility. And whatever doesn't work out, you know, you like men, strong men, healthy men look at that, they reflect on that, and they grow from that and they do better. Weak men will sit there and blame. They'll talk about how women are this, women are that. I don't like women who are like this. I don't like women who are like that. It's like, we're only like that because something inside of you is bringing that out of us. And for women, when we are attracting certain types of men, 9 times out of 10, we are playing out subconscious programming and subconscious patterns that are embedded into our subconscious mind, which I've talked about on this channel is the moon, which is your feminine energy. So your primal feminine energy is being coded with information. You can either code it or you can let the world code it. You can let your past dictate what you get to have now, or you can have sovereignty over your experiences by choosing what those experiences get to mean for you. So anyway, that's all I have to say on that. Y'all let me know, what do y'all think about this video in the comments, and I will see y'all tomorrow. I will either be streaming tomorrow or you will see some videos posted tomorrow. So I love you so much and have a beautiful rest of your day.